Tarot. This is June 3rd. This is going to be this is just a regular reading of messages from Spirit. Okay, Gemini, I feel like you've been having some fears, been over-worrying and overthinking about something, my Geminis. Let's see what it is that you have. Things have not been working in your favor, or and this is just a worry about if someone's going to give you something. Worry about something, maybe an institution owes you money, a lawsuit. I see some fears surrounded by that. Nevertheless, maybe you should start worrying less. Whoa, okay, let's go. There's so many cards. Let's do that, and then I'll try to jump to this. So, crystal. Okay, wow. So, in order for this idea and this thing to take off, Gemini, I see that the changes that are occurring. It's like something unexpected happened because you have this tower. With this tower, it's all about something unexpected happening to you. And since this unexpected thing happened, it's actually going to work out for your good. It's like one of those things that always works out for your good. Yet you don't see it probably right now, and that's probably why you have these worries and fears. But I feel like an opportunity is going to come, and when the opportunity comes in, it's definitely going to bring you a sweet reward. So do not fret about what you're going through right now, Gemini, because you're going to get a sweet reward. You're going to have the opportunities that you need to have in order to do whatever it is that you need to do. So, Gemini, keep that in mind. Let me see what else. There's going to be some choices that need to be made, and when these decisions are made, somebody's going to end up not happy. But you can't please everybody, and there's some choices and decisions that need to be made, and you cannot please everyone. It's not going to happen. You have to use your intuition on this. You have to use your intuition on this to be able to see the light in the situation, the light into the changes. Like, you're like, how can all these changes be a good thing? Well, once you start seeing the light in it, your intuition will work, because you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess card is all about using your intuition. You have the Sun coming out, and then you have the Tower card coming out. So I feel like you will see why things fell apart the way they did. You'll see the light in it eventually. You would just have to tap into your inner conscious self. So until you do that, it's going to look like, oh, something happened, and it's going to look like a problem. But you'll start to see the solution. You'll start to see the good in it once you start using your intuition. It's going to take time for you to meditate. Really meditate. Stay on top of hearing your intuition. How are you going to hear your intuition if you haven't practiced hearing your intuition? So Gemini, you have to practice hearing your intuition. You have to get by yourself. When you get by yourself, then you can meditate. When you meditate, you will start to be able to stay on top of knowing your intuition and being stronger in that. So let's go into the angel messages to see what we got. One coming up already. Honesty and communication. So you really have to be honest with yourself and really speak to others about your fears and what it is that you're afraid of. You're afraid to speak up, and you being afraid to say something is not getting you justice. You really have to tune into your intuition and listen to yourself, because we have listened deeply. So that's all about tuning into your intuition, listening deeply to yourself, and really knowing what your higher self is trying to say. You need to hear your higher self. But if you're not being honest with yourself and not even communicating with yourself what it is that needs to be said and done, then when do you get to the intuition, right? And you need to be honest with others about how you feel about your feels, how you feel about your fears. And again, this is coming out. Take a step back. Again, this is about meditating. This is about taking a step back and looking at the situation from a different perspective, seeing, and that is your higher self, not just a different perspective, but this is taking a step back and letting your intuition and your higher self guide you, and you can see things a different way. You can see it through your intuition. There's a difference between having a perspective or a different perspective and then just your intuition showing you something, revealing something to you. So you need to spend time with you by yourself to gain this intuition. You got this. The high priestess, take a step back and listen deeply. The sun coming out with the tower card, that means it's going to be revealed why these things are happening, why these changes are needed to be made. But you have to take a step back, listen deeply, use your intuition in order to get it, and then you'll be able to communicate clearly. And then we're going to go into your moon cards, Gemini. Oh my gosh, look. Meditate and contemplate. Again, it is time for you to meditate and contemplate. It is time for you to do that. So you're going to have to take time to meditate and contemplate. Wow. Balance and spirituality. So as you meditate and contemplate, you're going to have to balance your spirituality and practicality. What's spiritual and what practical? Because you might be thinking so practical that you're not feeling spiritual, and you might be thinking so spiritual that you're not thinking practical. So you have to think from a place that is in balance of practicality and spirituality, because you can be so in your head and so spiritual that it's not going to manifest, or you could be so practical to the point where there's no spirit, there's no faith, there's no nothing, because you're thinking so practical. So you have to bring both of those worlds, the logic and the spiritual side, and put them at a balance, and then you can believe in the possible and manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest, or tables turn the way you want it to turn. So it starts with you, yourself, and putting in the work and doing it yourself first. And let me pull my numerology cards together. This one wants to come out. Time out. Again, you got meditate, time out. So Geminis, this is a time for time out. And this is like Gemini season. So, and I know when I'm a Taurus, when it's Taurus season, I really want to take the time out because our energy is so strong. Or really, anything that has to do with my Trinity, when it comes in that season, I need to time out because the energy is so strong. So, Gemini, even just planetary wise, like with the planets, you need to take a time out, okay? You need to surrender this thing that you've been worrying about. You do not need to worry about it anymore. You need to surrender it, surrender it, surrender it, surrender it. You definitely need to take some financial discipline. So you need to, I don't want to say prepare for a rainy day, because that's like a cliche. Like you say that, then you're going to have a rainy day, right? So don't say, we're not going to say that. We're going to say that we want to watch our finances. We want to make sure that we're spending how we're supposed to spend. We want to, in a fruitful way. We want to stay in abundance. We want all of our spending habits to be in abundance. So that's what we're going to say, financial discipline. So we have creativity. So be creative, and then maybe there's an endeavor that you're being very creative in, and Spirit is saying to have some discipline when it comes to that creative endeavor. Maybe you spend too much on it. could be that possible. Or it could also be just to tap into your creativity, tap into, especially if you've been seeing the number 3 a lot, that is definitely saying that you need to tap into your other side. This is your solar plexus chakra. You need to tap into that area. If this is blocked, and something's saying to look into the solar plexus chakra, especially with this 37, and then this yellow here. And when you're taking the time out, so you need to probably balance your chakras, and particularly the solar plexus, which is blocking your creativity. This is another message coming out for some of you Geminis. You need to definitely get that solar plexus chakra going, okay? Then now we have leadership, and that will affect your leadership too, like having, because that chakra particular is for creativity. If your creativity is blocked, then you're not it messes up your whole chakra. You're not able to lead the way you're supposed to because you have something out of balance. So this is about taking leadership, Gemini, taking leadership, and you're not going to be able to do that unless you take the time out to meditate, to know who you are, to hear your intuition. The reason why you need to meditate is so you can hear your intuition, is so that you can lead. But you have to follow taking care of this meditating to follow your intuition so you can be able to lead. So this is what it's going to take, Gemini, to stop the worrying, surrender your worry, go ahead and find time to meditate, find time to tap into your higher self so something magnetic can be revealed into what you're worried about. You'll be able to see clearly. You're not going to be able to see clearly until you take the time to meditate and listen to your intuition. And as soon as you can hear your intuition, you will see the positive side into anything that happened negative, into whatever fears that you had. So be sure to take the time out to meditate so you can be a leader, because you can't lead unless you cleared out these things. And that's your job, is to have the intuition so you can lead. But you can't lead if you're worried. You're worried because you didn't tap into your intuition. So it's something to definitely go by. And let me see if I can pull out another card for you. Yes, there's some choices and decisions that need to be made. Gemini, again, there is some choices for some of you Geminis that need to be made, some decisions that need to be made, and it's involving a partnership. For some of you Geminis out there, I see the King and Queens. This is like soulmate energy here. This here is the King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. With the 4 of Discs, that is stability. That is stability. So I feel like there's going to be justice in this. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, you just need to be disciplined in your spending. And I'm going to see if I got a love message for my Geminis. And I don't know if I'm Geminis. Let's see. Advice for my Geminis. And this card has just been coming out for every sign, and it's just, I guess it's a period in time to just take it easy, relax, and play. And it is safe for you to love. It is safe for you to share how you feel and your emotions and your love with your partner. And that is all that I have for my Geminis, I am so excited that you guys tuned in. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video.